Hi guys, it's Dom here from eSports News UK. I thought I'd try something a little bit different with this video. So I'm not going to be interviewing anyone, but I'm just going to be providing a little bit of analysis into what's happened. I'll probably do a few videos like this going forwards if there's anything big that's happened. Today's a bit of a weird one, as you're probably already aware. There was a lot of drama, or what some people said was drama, in the UK League of Legends scene, and I just wanted to run through it all because there's so much stuff that happened. I can't really get it into one article. Even the article I wrote misses out a lot of things that have happened since, and lacks a little bit of context if people are reading it and they don't know what's happened beforehand. So I just wanted to run through all that. People probably won't like this video because it's focusing on drama and stuff like that, but if you do like these kind of analysis things, let me know. If you don't, let me know, and I might not do them anymore, but just a bit of a trial. Oh, and ignore all that crap behind me, by the way, because I'm putting a new desk together at the moment, and yeah, not my strong point, that kind of stuff, so I'll do that another day. But focusing back on this, so let's run through everything that happened. Okay, so if we go back, this all began when, and I'm not pointing fingers at them because stuff happens, and they previously announced this was going to happen anyway. Choke pulled out of the upcoming ESL UK League of Legends Premiership. They've gone on a sort of hiatus, and that was to be expected after I-58. So they've dropped out, and what's happened is I think they qualified in 3rd or 4th position because they've dropped out to make up the 8 that play in the split. GLB eSports have moved from 9th place to 8th place. So with the order of the 8 teams that have qualified different, that means the seeding changes happened. So that meant that the teams would be playing in different groups to the groups that they thought they were, basically on different dates. So any of the planning that some of the teams had made had sort of gone out the window. They're now going to be playing different teams, right, at different times. So the confirmed groups are TCA, GLB, Last Remedy and Perilous Void, and then the other one is M&M, Batmani Begins, Sensei UK, and XL Esports. And some people were, notably a little bit upset with the changes. But this happens, if a team drops out at the last minute, this happens. And then we move on to the next thing that happened. XL Esports had some of their players leave the team at the last minute. So their support, Nutri, has gone to Last Remedy, another relative newcomer in the League of Legends scene. And their top laner, Sama, I hope that's how I pronounced it right, said he wouldn't be able to play regularly due to school commitments, which is fair enough, right? We don't know why he's left it to the last minute. There may have been several reasons. Nutri had to make a decision, but we'll come on to that in a bit. So because rosters have been locked in, this means XL don't have much time. It makes it difficult for them to get new players in. They can get new players in. Right, here we go. The maximum amount of new players any team can add during the season of the Premiership is 4. So new players. So XL, they've lost Nutri and their top laner. If they get 2 in, then they can still make another 2 changes. They can do it, but it's not an ideal situation, obviously, when they've lost 2 really good players. So that's all happened. And then Last Remedy have sort of apologised to the UK scene. They obviously didn't need to, but they felt that they've let the sort of scene down, offering Nutri a position, and they've taken Toaster as well, who's left from Choke, and their support as well. So Last Remedy said we've been getting branded recently as this bull in a china shop kind of team, doing absolutely everything we can to win, no matter the cost or damage to the UK scene we may cause. And that was co-founder Grant Rousseau. I hope I've said your name correctly, Grant. And he said it was absolutely not his intention, and he regrets how they've sort of announced themselves into the scene. he said, "We have disregarded other teams, we've disregarded other management. I know this must be improved upon, and I take it upon myself to improve the team's relationship within the UK scene. I personally have approached the scene wrongly, and I know now that I must fix it." He says, "I do not agree with my behaviour in this situation, as I had not updated Choke about speaking to them. For that, I'm sorry." And he also said that when he took Nutri, that XL were not updated on this situation as it was so last minute and rushed through, and he's personally apologised to XL on this occasion. And fair play to him. I mean, what they've done, they haven't broken any rules, obviously. They've just been pretty ruthless. And that ruthlessness might bode well for them, ultimately. They might do really well this split. I don't know if they're going to win or not, but I'd certainly say they'd be in the top 3. And then Nutri's come out and said that it's a wrong move for him. The consensus is that it's a wrong move to leave, as it screws over XL, which is completely unfair and valid point. So he's accepting criticism. I can counter it by pointing out that loyalty is not rewarded at all, and being selfish is sometimes the best way to go. Probably lost a few good friends from this move, but hopefully everyone involved can understand that there are two sides, and nothing I've done has been with malicious intent, nor is it personal to anyone. And he said he's loved playing on XL, and it's sad that people have believed the things they've heard over his word too. So Munchables, the ESL UK Prem casters, tweeted saying, "I would love to see a season where every other team doesn't dissolve seemingly out of the blue. #UK scene." And Nutri's tweeted it back saying, "My bad." And Munchables has come back saying, as much as some people would want it to be the case, it isn't a single person's fault. One person can't flip the entire scene. And then Nutri's replied, "My move is more so a result of the climate, and I'm simply just reacting to the way things are. Volatility is necessary because loyalty isn't rewarded." And when I first read that, I didn't take it that well. I thought volatility is necessary, is it really? But then I've read it again, and I have to say I completely agree with Nutri on this one. The reason the scene is so volatile is because, and there's so many player swaps and things like that, the players are looking out for themselves. If they have got a decision to make where they think they can move team and join a team where they're more likely to win the Premiership and get a greater spoils of the prize money, why wouldn't they, really? I mean, I know the prize pools have upped a little bit overall, but it's still not loads, for a player. Not loads of money for a player. I think it's 10.5 grand, something like that. I'll have to check what the prize pool is, but if you win LAN, what's a player going to get? Tops $1,000 or so, or just shy of that. So volatility is necessary because loyalty isn't rewarded, is what he said. And Keys has chimed in and said loyalty is rewarded. You get the respect of your teammates, etc. Do you want to be a Michael Owen or a Stephen Gerrard? I kind of disagree with that because football is so different to eSports, and those guys are on so much money. I know what he's saying. You get the respect of your teammates. I came back and said loyalty isn't rewarded in a financial sense. At least with footballers, loyalty is rewarded because they might get a new contract and go up from 60 grand a week to 80 grand a week or whatever, 100 grand a week. That's not in the scene. So I agree with Nutri on this one, that the players, they do have to look out for themselves, and that must have been an incredibly difficult decision for Nutri to make. I would have found that bloody hard. I wouldn't have wanted to be in his shoes when he made that decision. I do want to say I do feel sorry for XL over all this. Their coach Barnetto has said, "All memes aside, it's pretty sad when the project you've spent the better part of the last 6 months on disintegrates out of your control, and it is difficult for these orgs to keep players. And Last Remedy has come in like a ball in a china shop and just shaking everything up. I mean, their roster's changed so much, and they just want to if they think they can get a better player, they'll just do anything to get him or her. So I do feel a bit for XL, and I don't know if they may be quitting or not entirely. I'm not sure at this stage. Okay, so a few other bits as well. Grant from Last Remedy has said the UK scene is screaming for investment, and until then, as we've unfortunately shown, contracts are baseless as there are no wages. So that's his point on that, and there's obviously a lot of memes and banter and that flying around. Caster Trid, of course, came up with one that got quite a few, 20 retweets and 79 likes, and he says, "I'll have the UK scene pizza, please, with extra disorganisation, sudden roster moves, oh, and team collapse on half. What size? Oh, XL." So, yeah, very good, Trid, very, very good. And Synergy said we're only 5 days into September and eSports News UK memes of the month is already lit as fuck. So there you go with that one. But yeah, this is enough dithering of this. There's some another thing that happened. So drama upon drama, and this happened after my initial story. So in response to the tweet Last Remedy put out, apologising to the UK scene, Luke C, Eminem's mid laner, said, "I wouldn't apologise if I were you. Too long the UK scene has been unprofessional in terms of contracts. Maybe they learn now." And Nihir, Choke's coach, before they went, said there's a lack of contracts because there's a lack of funding. Again, it goes back to the money point. Honestly, what Last Resort did was really close to poaching, he said. And then Last Remedy's social media manager Sona Bona has said, "Close but not quite as players approached us. Regarding Choke, it's hard because the org as a whole fell apart." And Nihir's come back, blah, blah, blah. And then Sona Bona, she's gone on to say, it fell apart as an org, so it's hard to say. So it's hard to say many people would want to continue playing for them. And Nihir's come back and said Choke hadn't fallen apart. There was stuff going on that only the players and management knew. And then the bit drama, Vince, the former Choke manager's come in and said, "Wow, Choke changed their mind a lot. Folding, not folding, sounds messy to me." And to be honest, I feel a bit silly saying all this. It's a he said, she said thing, but I wanted to get this down in a video, like I said. And then Tom Villiers, the up until recently Choke manager, said was always going to be a difficult task with the financial irregularities left in the accounts, sort of implying that obviously that was Vince's doing during his time there. And Sona Bona's come back at him and tagged Vince in it. And Vince has said, "Shame I can't see Tom's tweets. I never aimed anything at the guy. He does like to throw abuse at me, it seems. I've had no involvement with Choke since January. How am I the reason this is comical? Poor guy's a pleb simple. There, I've said it." So Vince has come out and said, made this video.
Wow, just the reason it failed? Wow, just wow. I'm the reason it failed. I'm the reason why you failed to get sponsors. I'm the reason why you failed to pick up decent teams. I'm the reason why you failed to win LANs or do anything at LAN or get more sponsors. You are the reason why you lost sponsors though, because guess what? When I went, so did they. Now kiss my ass, you little prick.
And that's the first thing Vince has said publicly in quite a while, I think, since the whole saga between Choke. So if you're watching this video and you don't know, Vince was a manager. He got booted out by the owners at the start of this year, I think it was. There was some drama at LAN where I think he picked Tom up by his shirt or something like that, and it's just been sort of a bit of bad blood between them since, and it's not great to see. I personally would like to see it all resolved and over with, because there's a lot of negativity around, and so I've been sent a statement from Choke following that video that Tom sent me, and it said the shareholders of eSports Interactive Limited, owners of Choke, brought the sponsors on board and gave Vince all the required contracts, which is why he had a 25% share, not 100%, as he stated. He's the owner on many occasions, so Vince still has a 25% share of Choke. "I don't personally care about this egotistical ideology where I need to win LAN events. My only task was to come in and steady the ship while shareholders looked into the accounts to move forward. Unfortunately, there were a lot of financial irregularities Vince had left in the accounts, which has made it impossible for the organisation to move forward, so the shareholders are now taking legal proceedings against Vince." And there is an ongoing legal sort of battle between those. It's another bit of drama where Tyron Davidson, Dandy Chap, the former jungler for Choke, said when your poker career is taking a dive, so you've got to be a dickhead. And I think it's obviously subtweeting Nutri there, because Nutri was also playing poker in and out of eSports as well. And Nutri's replied atting Dandy Chap, saying, "Jokes on that, Dandy Chap. I've never had a career in anything." And you know, for me personally, it's quite sad to see it getting a bit personal and a bit ugly. And then to end on then, so Dowsy, caster Joshua Dowes, has put a little tweet longer out saying, "I'm excited to see Last Remedy playing in the Premiership. The UK scene isn't at a place where loyalty is bought, since there is a lack of funding." Again, going back to that same old point, and this can cause a lot of drama stress when players jump from organisation to organisation. Players are looking to make their name, and to do this they need to be on a winning team. When an opportunity arises to be on that team, of course a player is going to jump for it. Until UK eSports is in a position where there is enough funding and money to buy the loyalty of players, you really can't be upset at anyone for these decisions they make to further their personal careers. And I agree with you, Dowsy. I think that's a good point, well made there. And to end on, I don't want it to be all negative. The split's about to start. Hopefully it will be a good split. Hopefully the drama will all die down in a few days. But I just wanted to end on a few tweets from Rifty, who is a top laner, recently left Eminem to join Last Remedy, and he's tweeted saying, "I'm completely unsure why anyone is insulting players or demonising people for swapping teams. Not only does this occur in higher leagues, but it happens in every sport. The only thing I wish is that the UK scene at least had a modicum of professionalism and handled these changes better. When I left Eminem, I made sure to leave on the best of terms, asked if they would be okay, and wished them the best of luck. It may only be UK scene, and let's be honest, it's pretty shit, but these are still actual human beings we are dealing with here who care. You still want to treat those around you with respect, and I know that's a foreign concept in this scene, and some might not be used to it. But you should still try. We all make mistakes, but you should still aim to treat people how you'd want to be treated, as cliched as that sounds. Some of you guys need to seriously go out, get shit-faced, sleep for a while, and then see how you feel after, because this hatred isn't needed. As a player, I'm not going to sit here and say that I rate a lot of the lower skilled teams in the Prem, as any of us believe but don't say, but I'm still going to treat these players with respect. I have no reason to flame or be rude to them, and I genuinely wish to see them do well." And amen to that, Rifty. I agree with that. Let's all move on from this, people. Let's have a good fun split, fingers crossed. And let me know, subscribe, let me know if you liked this video. If you didn't like it, throw criticism at me, happy to hear it, because I'm still quite new to this video stuff. But cheers for watching, and stick around as well, because I've got an interview with Grow Score coming up soon. Quite semi-serious interview about all what he's been going through and life as a streamer, and then a more fun sort of silly questions I've thrown at him as well, so that'll be broken into 2 parts. And then I did a really cool chat with 6 of us. It's like a UK esports discussion. We've got James Dean from ESL, Odie from Team Dignitas, Will and Rob from Eminem, and Furion as well, a jungler from Eminem as well. So we're talking about all kinds of UK scene, or the state of UK esports, kind of like the Richard Lewis stuff, but probably a bit more positive, to be honest. So I'm waffling now. Cheers for watching, guys, and see you soon.